we've always been about integrity and giving back. I know we're an architecture firm, and people hire us to draw plans and design houses, but I think there's so much more to what we do than just that. And that's kind of our means to getting to the end of the things we want to accomplish. And the Colten Cave project to us is exactly that type of thing.
And it's also about finding out what people's needs are and maybe improving their lives beyond their expectations.
To me, it's the people that make all of this happen. You can have all the great drafting machines and tables and all that stuff, but unless you get the right people, none of it matters. So to me, to work with Tim and see his passion for this particular project is super rewarding to me. So that's what it's about for me, is the people.
What I like the most about the work that we do is not always really just the architecture. It's the people's lives that we impact. The clients that tell us 2 years later how much they just love the home and that they don't go on as many vacations because they love where they live. So we do beautiful architecture, we get beautiful photographs, we get our projects published in magazines, but that's not what motivates me.
Right.
It's the people.
I was fortunate enough to do a project for Charles, and through that project we kind of struck a relationship, and several years down the road he approached me about the project. I remember him coming to my office and sitting down and says, "Well, Mark, we've got an interesting proposition for you." And I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go." And then so he kind of told me about the project, and I'm like, "Sign us up. How do we do this?" And by the way, I've got the perfect person that I think will just absolutely love being involved with this project.
I heard it was a charity that was kind of just getting started, and so I thought it might be a small office space. And so I went in the meeting and I saw the work that these guys have been doing, and I realized that it wasn't an office space. It was some kind of combination between like a Make-A-Wish with some Disney magic mixed in. And so I said, I need to come down and see what you guys do. And I knew that it was an all-volunteer staff, and so I said, let me come down and help one night. And I think my life changed on that night, and I've been a volunteer ever since.
Again, I think you get so few opportunities to do something that is so impactful, and this is one of them. So I think whatever contribution you can make, it's going to make a big difference. It's the pebble in the pond. You don't need a big boulder. We get a lot of little pebbles, boom, it's going to take off. So any contribution is totally welcomed.
It's just so meaningful to know that your contribution, whether it's dollars, materials, or labor, your effort, for this organization that's relatively small, the impact that it has is enormous. And if you're somebody that's already philanthropic, you might give to a large organization, but you've got no idea what your dollars or your effort is going toward. This is an organization where
it's direct.
It could be shown to you exactly what's happening with your contribution. And if you went down to the facility, it is just going to bring joy to your heart. You're going to want to get involved. They will recruit you to be a volunteer. You will love it, and it's going to have a positive impact on your whole life. Oh, this is definitely a unique project, and those are some of our favorites. We had quite a time with the City of Phoenix really trying to explain what it is that we're doing, because of course Mr. Wayne wants the outside to just look like a nondescript building in Central Phoenix, but on the inside, I mean, it's just filled with magic.
Right.
And so they weren't sure if we were a museum or an office space or an amusement park, and we're a mix of kind of all three. So it was quite a challenge to get them to understand exactly what the vision that was in our heads. And once we got it down on paper and we explained it, they were all very excited, and they think that this is going to be not only a landmark for the City of Phoenix, but for the entire valley, the whole state, and we would love for it to be a model that's used throughout the country.
Yeah, I think Tim said it perfectly. I mean, how many times in life do you get the opportunity to work on a legacy project, something this impactful and, you know, just something so unique? And so to us, it's great with the people that we've got involved, working from Charles Keller and, you know, the people this is going to benefit. It's just, there's so much positive energy from being involved in this that how can you not do it?